Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Very quickly, when I say live, what I mean is I'm recording myself right now in real time, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So to respect your time, if you are looking for a video where somebody's got hindsight in their favor and they're doing a trade recap or something like that, this won't be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then I'm confident you'll find value here in this video. So I will pause the recording software for now, and I'll be back at market open. Okay, watching 234.50 as a potential area to get short on Nvidia. Short meaning making money if prices go down. Or do I try 235.50 at this point? I will try 235.50. So in at 235.50. And let's see if this thing wants to come down at all. Coming down somewhat. So it took off a small allotment. Still could be a losing trade. So it took off some more. Really want to see if this thing wants to come down and give a good solid move to the downside. So still have 150 shares left. See if it wants to make another move to the downside. Took off another 50. Still have 100 shares left, so I can still participate. If this does want to break down, it's sitting right on the edge. I just need it to break down. I'm in a great spot. I just need it to break down. So at this point, it's just a question of does it want to come down? The problem is the markets are coming down and it's not really dragging this down with it, which has me worried. But I'm going to try to give it a little bit more patience. Okay, there we go. Starting to get some movement. So took off 25 more. Got another 25 down there at 234. So still have 50 shares left. And I'm going to call that good. So nice little score there. You can see big bounce. Maybe it continues to come back down, but overall, relative to what was being risked, very happy with how that one turned out. So, all right, starting off the day up. Let's look around, see what else is out there. I'll go ahead and pause. Quick little update on Nvidia. You can see the price has turned itself around. So, good trade. Would have been nice had that thing come down some more, but it had already come down quite a bit. And now the question really becomes, do I maybe take another trade on it? Yeah, I think so. Let's go for 235.50 again. Double checking 235.50. So yeah. Let's see if it once again wants to go up to that area. I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, watching 209 here on Tesla, and I might have missed it. Let's see if I can get some on a back test. Nope, I missed it. Shoot. So I'm over to Netflix here. 324.50. Not a whole lot. No, not much volume at all. Shoot. And there goes Tesla. Bummer. Uh, 235.25. Let me try this. See if I can get some on a back test here. So back test and then have it just keep coming down would be the goal. But I'm going to need this to first bounce up. But maybe it just leaves me in its dust. Nope, there it goes. Shoot. There goes Tesla too. Just wasn't quite quick enough. 75. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, watching 234.50 here. Did I miss? Let's see if I can get some on a back test. Okay, in at 234.50. So let's see if this thing wants to come on down. 150 shares, so if I'm wrong, not going to do much damage. But if I'm right, I'm also not going to make a whole lot. But like I said, and this is actually coming from an alert that was made from another member. So right here. So that's how the chat room works out. Well, looking like, what a spike. What a joke. All right, out. What a joke. Wow. That was a great setup. And the breakdown did happen. Well, welcome to the choppy markets right now. Unbelievable. Look at that. And it's 9:46, so it's not like some sort of news thing just came out. That's just a random. Welcome to the choppy nature of the markets. Unbelievable. Again, that was a nice setup. The breakdown did happen, broke down, moved a quick 25 cents, and then like that, as you saw. I mean, not much you can do with stuff like that. $235.50 maybe. In at 235.50. Let's see if that was just a fake spike to the upside. So let's now see if we can get some movement back to the downside here. Need it down a bit more. There we go. I wanted to take a quick scalp on that one. Again, compared to what was being risked, I'll take it. Again, didn't make a huge amount because it was, only 150 shares, but I had to still factor in, okay, if I'm wrong, then, you got to factor in that side of things. So yes, I would not be totally shocked to see this thing come all the way back down here. But again, you don't know that, right? Because when you look to the void over here, what's coming next? This is why actual trading is hard, because when you look to the right into the void of darkness, you just don't know what exactly is going to come next. So yes, absolutely, I could see this thing coming right back down there because it is a choppy market. But I mean, you just can't risk what happens if you're wrong and what happens if it spikes against you. So I'm well aware that right now you could be saying, Clay, you should have just held. You would have been okay. Yeah, you're right. But again, when you look into the void of darkness, you just don't know what's coming next. But that's just a ridiculous move, and that's just the choppy nature of the market right now. But it is what it is. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Watching 234 here to get short. In at 234.13, so anticipated a bit. What? Are you kidding me? Yes, that is clearly emotion in my voice. What kind of garbage is this? Well, I'm sure it's entertaining for everybody. I mean, there is a little bit of comedic value to it. So we'll see what it wants to do. I didn't move out right away because that was just a ridiculous spike. I do know where my stop is now, but now it's just really a question of if this thing comes all the way back down. See, the thing is the market's going down and this thing's going up. And I got to be out. And now I'm down 175. Look at this. And the thing... So market was pushing down. I realize it's bounced a little bit here, but even when that thing was tapping down low, that's when the spike was going up. Yeah, I'm done. Wow, what a frustrating day. Again, there's some good kind of comedic value in it. I get it. I mean, but where I sit right now, it's also not very pleasant. I mean, both of those were just nice little setups. And it's not that they didn't work out. It's just how quick all of a sudden it just snapped against me. I mean, had it at least putzed around, I thought, okay. And then, started to creep back up. So be it. But I mean, you get in and then boom, straight up it goes. Just so frustrating. And I'm down 175. So it's not like I just blew up my account or anything like that. It's nothing to do with that. I mean, it's 175, and I realize that money doesn't grow on trees, so I don't say any of this in an arrogant way. But like, that's not a big deal. Like, I'll be okay. It's fine. It's only 175. But it's just the nature of how it's all happened. $208.50 could certainly be pretty interesting here. And again, Nvidia could very well go right back down to those lows. But you just can't. I just can't risk it. I guess I can't speak for you and your strategy, but maybe this. What happens if this thing just keeps spiking higher and higher and higher? I mean, that loss just gets that much bigger. I mean, look at this 5 minute though. And this was maybe a clue. I should have just stopped touching it. Look, big shadow, big move. Big shadow up here, all the way down here. And then that spike back up. And if this thing goes back down, you're going to have another huge shadow. So perhaps my fault for trying to take that trade again on a stock that was proven to be very jumpy. I'm open to that, and maybe that's on me. Maybe that's hindsight talk. Because had it snapped in my favor, then I wouldn't be saying that. So that's a little bit of hindsight bias there. But it really just seems like 234.50. In at 234.55. Let's see if we can get this thing down to 234 and then even get that break. Which is what I was thinking the first time, right? The first time I was thinking, I think this thing wants to break 234. So maybe is this the time where it goes down there and breaks it? Or maybe it's just going to decide to snap back against me and we're all going to have a real good laugh here, like it's doing right here. Right, I'll go ahead and pause for now. All right, approaching my entry point, kind of. So I've had some spike against me. Why can't I get one to spike in my favor? Let's see, can I get something to actually spike in my favor? All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Well, I put a stop in at 235.51, and it looks like I'm going to get stopped out. So I'll keep it going, but at this point, fully planning on being stopped out here. Sometimes the market just does not want to really move with you at all. And I realized that a couple of trades, but both of them very, very minor. But we'll see if this thing, at this point, I don't see why I wouldn't get stopped out, but I'll give it a chance, but I'll go ahead and pause. All right, once again, getting close to my stop loss. Like I said, I don't see why I don't get stopped out at this point. Knocking on the door and out. And down $420 on the day. And yes, I am officially done. Could do really nothing right today. Couple of little trades. I think though, I think that's what I've learned is this is just a scalping market. The trades where I won, well, I'd take that back. The one I let it work for me. But the other one was a scalp. All these other ones just, the market just refuses. $207.75. All right, I'll pause. Well, I thought I was trading or recording this whole time, and I wasn't. But I'm in Tesla in a winning trade, and it will be a winning trade. I have a stop at 150 or 207.51 for my remaining 150 shares. I got in at 207.75. So it will be a winning trade. At this point, it's just a question of how big of a winning trade, because I'm curious to see if this thing wants to come down here, test the lows at 206.50, and then get a break of them. So that's just the question on my mind right now. So overall, I'm in a good spot. It's either going to bounce up and take me out for remaining shares, and I'm still green on the trade, or it's going to get even that much greener if I can get this 206.50 break. So that's what it's all about right now. Can I get the 206.50 break? I'll go ahead and pause. And I apologize. I thought I was recording that whole time, but apparently I was not. 206.80. Okay, that was a key support, and it just broke. So in my mind, I think we got a chance now to get moving, because I was just observing level 2s and 206.80. And now it's just still pausing, so perhaps not. But this 206.80 mark is definitely a very annoying level. So at this point, I feel as though it's kind of 50-50. But again, I'm willing to just see what happens, because if I'm wrong, I'll still be green on the trade for my remaining shares. But if it does go in my favor, then hey, I think I'm looking at a very nice potential move here. But I'd like to try to capture the break of 206.50 if it happens, because I think that could really get us moving. So, but again, like I said, this is live, so I don't know. All right, there we go. So this is live, so I don't know what's going to come next, so I apologize that I keep pausing. There we go, there we go. See if we can get some more movement. Took off 25 there. Took off another 25 there. Still have 75 shares left. Let's see if we can get it to come down just a bit more. This has been a very big move now. Let's see if it wants to pick up any more downside momentum. Took off another 25. Like I said, huge move to the downside, so good. Took off another 25 there, so have 25 left. I'm going to go ahead and call that good. So now, from being down 400 something dollars to being down 37. So a good trade, required some patience, and hey, finally got something to go in my favor a bit. Why did I take that out? Good. I mean, look at that 5 minutes. Surely that thing's going to have some sort of snapback. But in this market, who knows? Maybe this thing just goes straight down now. But and should I have taken that trade? Debatable. I really like this setup, and in my defense, it was a good setup compared to what was being risked. Very, very, very minimal risk compared to what was being taken there. And you can see here. Hey, Clay, how does your chat room work? Right there, 207.75, and that was also my entry point, just in case. It's because I know, hey, Clay, how does your chat room work? So 207.75 was my alert that I made. Not that members follow it, and then you can see my entry point was right there. Right there, 207.75 was where I entered in short, and then from there, things worked out quite nicely. Let's hop back over here to Nvidia. I'm not going to lie. Right now, the voice is Clay. Go for green. Try to get back to being green. And I'm open to it just because now that I'm down 37 with commissions, let's call it 50. Even if I'm wrong again, I go down, 150 or something, 250. I'm still going to be better than where I was at 400. But with all that being said, that also does not mean that I'm going to go and just force some sort of trade. So it still needs to be a quality trade. But I am open to potentially taking one more. But I will pause for now. But yeah, good trade there. Finally got something to work for me. And I mean, it was not my intent to try to get all the way back to green. But crazy that that thing almost brought me all the way back to being green. Yes, in hindsight, maybe I could have played it a little bit different, held for a little bit while longer. But at the same time, again, that's all hindsight. And had the thing jump back in my face and spike back in my face like these other ones have, then I'd be, singing a different tune. But in that situation, like I said, even on the smaller share size, almost took me all the way back to green on the day. So pleased with that trade. I'll go ahead and pause. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. The voice is very real. The YouTube voice, as I call it, just do it, Clay. Try to get back to green. And I've caught myself several times potentially forcing trades, this being the latest one where, yeah, it was, I can see why the voices showed up and tried to convince me, but upon, looking at other time frames and other analysis factors, it would not have been a good trade. And, in my defense, I was right, because you can see the price going up here from the short side of things. So that just kind of confirms the fact of, that the YouTube voice is really picking up here. But a frustrating day, a crazy day, although I'm very happy. Tesla was a good confidence builder to show me that, okay, the market can still work in your favor, because for a couple moments there, You heard it in my voice, pure frustration, probably as frustrated as I've been in a while on these especially. But it's just, yeah, I mean, you saw what happened on those other ones, and it just gets frustrating. And like I said, it was not because of the numerical amount. Even when I was down to $400, again, I'm not a greedy savage. I appreciate the value of $1, but that wasn't really the big deal. Like $400, $500, whatever. It is what it is. I can get that back. It's fine. It was just the nature in which everything was happening was just so frustrating. And then to have a trade, which, I was not taking that trade thinking that it was going to bring me all the way back to green, but to see that it almost did bring me all the way back to green, a good confidence booster, and I'll just take that into tomorrow. But overall, yeah, just not the greatest of days, but I'm very grateful to be down, like I said, right around $50 or so with commissions factored in. So all things considered, I'll take it. But yeah, wow, what a day, wild ride, and hopefully you did better than I did. But Nvidia, whew, you are a tricky, dirty dog these past couple of days. So maybe the learning lesson here is just take a break from Nvidia until it wants to actually behave somewhat rational as opposed to just jumping all around like it did. But overall, I'll take it. So if you enjoy these live videos, if you appreciate the transparency, like I said, I don't really want to post this video because I realize it makes me look really stupid, especially with Nvidia. Hopefully you get a good laugh out of it and all that. But if you appreciate the transparency, because yeah, this is how it sometimes goes. Every day is not going to be rainbow and butterflies as a trader. Some days you'll have things like this, but you just got to survive. You just got to manage that risk, keep the losses, controlled, and then, live to fight another day. And that's what today ended up being. So take care. If you're still watching right now, we're basically friends. Looking at the time, we're going on almost a 30-minute video. So if you're still here, as far as I'm concerned, we are friends. So I appreciate it. And again, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.